Okay. Hello and welcome to another VanHack success case. I'm really excited to be here with Marcus, who is now a software engineer at VanHack Labs in Waterloo. He's going to share his story of how he got hired before he even arrived to Canada and give some great advice for you. So welcome, Marcus, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Ilya. Good morning. Hi, everyone. I hope I can answer some good questions to help everyone to get here as well.
Definitely. So, Marcus, I guess tell us a little bit about your background. Who are you? What's your professional background?
Okay, sure. So my name is Marcus. I've been an embedded software engineer for 4 years now, and I work mostly with C and C++, and really close to the hardware. And my last job was General Electric. We developed a digital fault recorder. It's a product that reads and records everything that happens in the electrical system in a substation, and now I'm working with them.
Cool. VanHack Labs, yeah, very, very exciting. For everyone who doesn't know, VanHack Lab, it's not a very popular company outside of Canada, but in Canada, everyone has heard of it because they are building some really exciting technology, and they've raised $150 million in venture capital and are growing really fast. So yeah, it's a very, very cool company. So congrats on joining them. Let's talk about how that happened. Let's start at the beginning. What were your plans before? What were you thinking of? When did this whole crazy idea of moving to Canada start?
Yeah, it actually started in 2018 when I went to New Zealand during the summer. I went to study English. That was the excuse from my mom. Sorry, mom. But actually, I wanted to travel and to know the place because it's a really awesome place. When I got back to Brazil, I thought, oh, I can't live here in Brazil for the rest of my life. We have like places like New Zealand, and I know there are some other places that as good as there. I want to move like to a place who is a great place to live.
Mm-hmm.
So a few years after, in 2014, I met my wife. And a funny fact there, when we first met, she said, oh, don't go to Canada, go to Australia. Canada is too cold, you won't like there. And here we are in Canada. Her experience was not with the right clothes or boots, so now we are with the right equipment here, and it's much easier.
But
So
it's summer
we
there right
start,
now. Come on.
yeah, it's summer. It's really, really easy. Like 15 degrees here with sun is more than 25 in Brazil easily.
Yeah.
It's incredible how hot the sun is here.
Hmm.
So, and after I met my wife, we started dating and we got married, and always with this plan to move out from Brazil to like Australia or Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But then we realized that the summer in Australia would be like really hot. So we changed to our focus to Canada. We came here to see the snow. That's really important. If you want to live here, you must come in the winter to make sure you can survive. But please buy the right boots, the right jackets, and
Tip
you
number
will be
one.
just fine.
Dress well.
Yeah, the tip number one: visit Canada during the winter. Make sure you can survive. The snow is not that difficult at all.
Yeah.
My memories of our first trip to Canada was how hot I felt during all the trip because I was wearing too many clothes, and every place is hot. You know, the shopping mall is hot,
Mm-hmm.
the houses, the restaurants, everything is warm
Yeah, there's
inside.
good infrastructure. Yeah.
Yeah, excellent infrastructure. You'll never ever like feel cold unless you want to.
Yeah, exactly.
And a few years after, 3 years after, my wife found VanHack and heard about the VanHackathon and said, "You must participate in that." So that's the second part of the story.
So it was all your wife's fault.
Yeah, it's all my wife's fault. She found you and she found and the VanHackathon and said, "You must participate in that." So I decided to take the challenge. Thelmic posted the challenge, and it was a great experience.
Cool.
But I'll talk a little bit more about VanHack after.
Yeah, definitely. But that's really funny how things happen like this. You know, it's really nice to hear. And yeah, I guess you know, yeah, you have to listen to your wife. So that's I guess maybe tip number two.
Exactly.
Cool, awesome. So let's get into the interview process. You did the Van Hackathon. Well, first off, how was your experience with the Van Hackathon? Maybe we talk about that because that led into the interview. So for everyone who doesn't know, the Van Hackathon is a virtual hackathon that we have twice a year, where companies from Canada and from Europe that are interested in hiring great talent from around the world post challenges that Van Hackers can solve and show their skills to the companies and really start making that connection between the two sides faster. So Marcus, you participated in it. And now you did the Atomic Labs challenge. So tell me maybe quickly about the challenge, and then also like after the challenge, what was the process to do the whole interview?
Yeah, everything started with the hackathon. We were pretty like looking forward to it. The whole week I was studying because I took a look at the company and the job postings, and they had a lot of things with C++. So I started like I looked all the requirements for the job postings. That's the tip number 3,
Mm-hmm.
and I studied a lot of like what they were doing, what technologies they were using. So I got used to that before the Van Hackathon. It was like the whole week just studying that. And then the Van Hackathon started at 7 p.m., I guess, on a Friday. And I barely slept for 2 days just coding. I spent 36 hours on the challenge.
Wow.
And yeah, it was pretty intense. It's an amazing experience because I've never participated in a hackathon, and I could really test what my knowledge was. The challenge had just a few information. The worst part was not doing the code itself. The worst part was researching what they want me to do. The problem wasn't clear. But yeah, my wife helped me. Like I was scared, I was terrified, but she helped me to like stay calm. That's another tip: just stay calm, read to the through the challenge, and took it. And the video, we were supposed to record a video as well. I think I recorded more than 20 times to get it right.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I spent more than 2 hours just to record a video.
Wow.
And this was the easiest part of the process.
Wow. Wow. So
Then I was one of the.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Sorry?
No, please continue.
Okay. So it was the easiest part of the process. Then after that, I connected with Aaron, that's the CEO of the company, and he connected me with another person to start the process. It was everything online. I didn't have to come to Canada, but I counted the other day. I think it were almost 10 steps of
Wow.
the process. So we have this first HR guy interviewing me. Then after the team, 4 people interviewed me with some code challenges. I had a code challenge as well with another 4 questions, much more difficult than the challenge from the hackathon. These ones, they were testing me, like my skills, my coding skills, not my skill to find out how to solve the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I had 2 more interviews, I guess. I can't remember exactly, but the last interview was with Aaron, the CDO, which is one of the co-founders of the company. And it was a very long process. And the interviews were 30 minutes, 2 hours. We had one interview of 2 hours.
Wow.
With a coding challenge inside it.
Wow.
Yeah, you must be prepared. You must be like, don't worry with your English.
Yeah.
You must be really good at it, because if you spend time thinking how you are going to say what you want to say, you won't have much chance. They need someone who is good with the English. And I took a lot of lessons to learn, and I took the IELTS that helped me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just 2 months before,
Hmm.
taking the hackathon. They started the process. I took the IELTS. I had to study for that, and it really helped with this, talk with people.
Definitely, definitely. So maybe I don't know what tip we're number on, but maybe 4 or 5 is English is definitely very important.
Yeah, English is, it's not like, it's kind of obvious. You are going to live
Yeah,
in a city that talks English. Your job will be all in English. Or if you are going to Europe, in, I don't know, German or any
actually,
other
here
language,
here
you
people
must
speak
know the
English
language.
too. Here people speak English too.
Sorry.
Here a lot of people speak
Oh,
English
really?
too. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. So
yeah.
English is for sure is the first thing.
Cool, awesome. Wow, I mean that sounds like a really thorough process, a very extensive process, but it was worth it, right? So,
Yeah, totally.
yeah. So you got the job offer. It was in December, right?
Yeah, it was in December.
Cool, awesome. And
It
now
was in
we're
December.
yeah.
They helped me with the paperwork to go to Canada. They helped with everything. They hired some immigration lawyers and they took care of the process for us. We just had to give them the information and fill some forms
Hmm.
because it would be easier for us. But they double checked everything. They applied for us. They gave us the response, all the support we needed, answered any questions that we had.
Wow, man, that's really
They also
exciting.
helped with finding a home here and the temporary housing and a lot of things. The company is really is actually still helping us to settle down here.
Wow, first class treatment. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Cool. Congrats. I mean, that's really, really cool. So, you got the job 6 months more or less before you arrived in Canada.
exactly.
Wow. Wow. That I don't think that happens very often. So, congrats, man.
No,
Congrats.
the my manager said I was his first hiring at Thelmic and the one who took most to arrive.
Yeah, definitely. But at the same time, like if you think about it, for most international people who move to Canada, they usually don't move with a job, and it takes them 6 months in Canada to find a job or something like this. So I think that's really, really cool that you got hired before you arrived. Yeah,
Yeah, our plans were to coming to Canada in May anyway, so it was just perfect.
nice.
We got just on time.
Everything worked out. That's amazing. So let's go into how was you arrived about a week ago now. What are your first impressions? How was the city? How was the job? How's life?
Oh, a lot of questions there. So our first impressions weren't the first because we have already been to Canada here before, but it was our first time here in Waterloo, and I can say it's an amazing city. The city is, it's a type of a dream. We always talk, me and my wife, because the parks are so well maintained. The city is beautiful. Everything looks like it works here. We've been here not much long, but we feel that things are like getting better here because there is so much work on the streets. They are creating this new train to ease the traffic. The traffic here is nothing like Brazil. The most traffic jam the worst traffic jam we got here, it was 4 cars in a light signal. And the job is really intense, nothing like Brazil.
Mm.
We don't spend time like 1 hour talking in the coffee. That doesn't happen. We are like, if you are in the company, you are really working. So it's 7 8 hours just really focused on work. It's for sure the best company I ever worked. It looks like they care about their employees. It's not just a company saying they care. No, they really care. They really help us. And we have a good story here, just to illustrate how crazy Canada is. We were the other day on the street walking our dog. It was 10 o'clock at the night. So we were walking there and that. Then we found a street guy that had this really aggressive tone of voice, and he looked at us, and we got scared. And he said with this really aggressive voice, just like this, "Nice dog." And my wife just replied, "Oh, have a good night." And then we passed by, and the guy in the street stayed there. And just like that, the guy in the street, the worst experience we had in Canada was a random guy saying nice stuff. It's 10 in the night. It was, I don't know, it was Friday or Saturday night, last Saturday, something like that.
Cool. Yeah, it's a little bit
And
different than other places.
they're are really different than we are used
For sure. Well, that's really cool. Well, I mean, yeah, I understand, and I kind of felt the same way too. Actually, when I moved back to Canada, I was kind of scared to work at night, and then you have to readjust your brain a little bit, right? Yeah, cool.
to. Exactly.
So maybe we can just finish off with a couple last questions. One is, what tips do you have for people? I know we've been talking a lot about tips already. So what tips do you have for people? Maybe one or two of the most important tips. And then, of course, how has VanHack helped you to reach your goals?
Okay, sure. Well, the first thing is focus on English. English is the most important part. Then after, listen to your wife for sure, because she knows the things. And find the job you want in Canada, like the type of job you want. I wanted an embedded software engineer job, so I focused on trying to find that. We have so many jobs here in Canada that you must focus, because if you go everywhere, you won't get. It's easier if you focus on this type and just go with it. Don't give up. We have some difficult times during like the whole process, even before Thelmic. Don't give up. That's another go tip.
Mm-hmm.
And how VanHack helped me, you guys helped me with a lot, a ton of helps. The first thing, you helped with English, with the interview practice. I participated in tens of them. Actually, I hosted some as well after some time.
Mm-hmm.
The interview practices were great because they prepared me for online interviews. They are really different than like real interviews. When you see the people,
Yeah.
you must behave some way and you must move a little bit, not that much, and take care of this and that. And you guys helped me with this whole process of learning how to be interviewed in English, how to be interviewed online, and how to correctly answer the questions they will answer. Because the questions we used to have in Brazil, they're much different than here in Canada. That's I think like it wouldn't be a good experience if I didn't have like this type of training before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I also had a lot of help from VanHack with my resume, and it's because the resume here is a little different, actually a lot different in Brazil. So if you need some help to get it right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the last but not least, the VanHackathon. It was just amazing to be part of that, and I was introduced like just to the right company that would hire me.
Yeah.
I had some other interviews, but the you helped me to find the right company for me.
Cool. That's really nice to hear, Marcus. And I mean, we just opened the door, but you were the one who did the hard work of walking down the path and doing all the stuff that you need to do. So congratulations for that. And yeah, I mean, I'm just really proud to see your journey, your experience, knowing, you from when you were in Brazil and now in Canada, seeing the transition. That's really, really cool. So yeah, I hope we can meet actually in person, because we
yeah, for sure. You must come to Florida.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to pay a visit there. We have a lot of VanHackers there now. So that's really cool. And yeah, I guess, thanks again for being such a great member, and congrats on this new job and new life.
Thank you very much, Ilya.
Cool. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please just subscribe to get more awesome videos like this one. And if you want to see jobs that hire from abroad, just go to vanhack.com and sign up for free to see all the different jobs in Canada and Europe, actually in other countries too, that are interested in hiring great talent. So Marcus, once again, thank you, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.